Hey, collective. Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. So, Aloha Friday. We finally made it to Friday. We made it to the weekend. If you're new, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. And just to let you know the way that this kind of works, this is more of a casual version of the weekly where we just kind of sit, we connect, we talk, we get into some channeled messages, we pull some cards. You can treat this as just like a little check-in for the weekend, like a weekend reading, if you will. Or even if you're catching this like not on this week that we're doing it, you can just treat it as like a present moment reading or messages for where you're at in your present moment. Okay. But hi, hello. It's good to see you guys. How's the collective doing? I can imagine how you're doing given what I was already feeling and sensing, and even what spirit was telling me to kind of focus on in our little intro chat before we get into any messages or cards. Let's see. If this week was a candy bar, it'd be a crunch bar. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. Definitely had some issues with patience for sure. Oh, I feel you. I feel you there. Glad everyone's hanging in there. Hermit mode half the week. Let's see. What up? Hey, Gemini. I've had one day beyond on, then one day beyond off. Yeah, it's been a roller coaster of a week. Hey, Alejandra. Hello. Finally caught alive at the beginning of it being streamed. LOL. Glad you made it. I know sometimes people miss the notifications. And sometimes YouTube like changes that. So just make sure that, your notifications are on for all of your favorite content creators. Well, if you want to be notified. It's been emotional swimming through mud. Oh, feel that too. So many synchronicities, today, ones and threes all over. Oh, that reminds me of the channel message I did. So I did a channel message last night, and patrons have access to them early. So they get early access and they get ad-free versions of them. And then I wait a day or two and then I post it here on YouTube. So I did one last night, and I think 13 came up pretty strongly or prominently. So that just kind of brought me back there. But I should probably post that. I'll probably post that. Oh my God, I can't speak. I may post that one later today. I also haven't done the New Moon Taurus astrology video yet. I'll be honest, I don't know if I have the bandwidth to do that. If I do it, it'll probably be up tomorrow, not today. Okay. But patrons, we already hung out for the new moon in Taurus. And so if you guys are curious what we got going on Patreon, we hang out for the full moon and new moon, and we do all like in-depth astrology and cards and stuff like that. So I want to be artistic, but I want to be responsible. So basically, I'm a mess. You're okay. You're fine. You're fine. I promise you guys, I know this is crunchy. I know it's crunchy. But on that note, let's go ahead and get into this little like preemptive chat. Okay, because it's going to touch on all this crunchiness, and we're going to circle back to some astrology that's going on this week, along with what's going on with the new moon. Okay, we're not going to focus on the new moon. We're just going to touch on some of the aspects that spirit guided me to focus on with you guys. All right, so let's see. Oh, let's have a little chat. So if you've seen the thumbnail, if you're already in here, you probably didn't see it. This is a card that wanted to come out for just like a very broad paraphrasing of where we're at right now. Evolution, earth changes, climate change, transformation, with 45 breaking down to a 9. Okay. I think that actually does encompass this very well. So what spirit wanted me to focus on, just as a reminder, the energy this week and with the new moon is really circulating around this grand fixed cross that I've talked so much about. Okay. If you're not familiar with what that means, all that means is we have the fixed modality of the zodiac, right? So Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, all active, but all fighting each other. And it's when we have a grand fixed cross, it can bring immense challenges and frustrations, but it is meant to facilitate a level of attunement, alignment, and mastery. And with what we have going on this week, along with the new moon, it can feel like our backs are against the wall. It can feel like through our best efforts, certain things are not going according to plan. Certain things are way more challenging than they normally are. For some people, we may feel our very personal little wounds or patterns of adversity, I think is a good way to say that, really coming up and being shoved in our faces. And what it's doing is it's putting us in a position to get very real and honest with ourselves and very clear as to what really matters to us, what's important to us, and what we are evolving out of and even away from. Okay. I know it's very uncomfortable. I know it's very difficult. I know it's very challenging. Oh, because when you have a grand fixed cross, you literally have all of these forces fighting each other. So, like, I think I read as someone was kind of experiencing that, where it's like, you feel like that fun and that play and creativity, and then you're like, oh, but responsibility and this and that. Oh, wait, but my health. And wait, oh, then this. And then, oh, wait, and then that. And what the hell am I supposed to do? It can feel very much like that. It's a very delicate dance of when a challenge comes up, one, acknowledge how it's making you feel. Okay. How's it making you feel? Because those feelings are reflecting some sort of truth about what that particular challenge or situation, what value that has in your life, and what about it may need to change, or what about you may need to change in response to what you're feeling. Okay. And then as that happens, it's a good idea to actually pivot your focus a little bit. Okay, to something else that you are wanting to do or needing to take care of, or just another part of your life that you can invest your focus in. Because when that challenge comes up, it's like it is a moment for you to take stock and review and evaluate. Okay. Not necessarily to meet that challenge head on, unless it's something that you're realizing, oh no, this holds a lot of value in my life. Right. And even then, it may still be challenging, but it's going to show you something, okay, that you do need to see about it in terms of, again, what value it holds, what kind of a priority it is. Is it something that's even for you anymore, or does it need to change in and of itself? But still allow yourself to focus on these other things, right? Think of the fact that all these signs are working with each other. Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio. I almost said Virgo for a second. So it's like, think of them as different legs of aspects of your life. You experience a challenge here. Okay, I see that. I feel that. I recognize what's going on there. Okay, let me take a step back for a minute and shelve that and go over here and let me be here for a minute. Oh shit, that's kind of going a little nuts. Okay, let me come back over here. And as you keep like circulating, you're going to find a balance, you're going to find a rhythm, but more than that, you're going to get a lot of clarity on, again, what needs to shift and change, or what would be to your benefit, not need to. Let me rephrase that. What would be to your benefit to shift and change with these little situations in your life? Or even with yourself, is there something emotional going on that is almost a reaction to this evolution that's happening? Okay. It is also to facilitate more ease and alignment and balance. For some people, that is coming with some sort of paradigm shift in your beliefs, shift in your values, shift in your priorities, shift in your investments, right? And it's not going to be pretty for everybody. For some people, it's easier than others. I would say that mutable signs are probably doing very well in this energy compared to fixed signs. And I've said this before. If you've got like early degree fixed placements, multiple, this is probably a little challenging, especially if like they're in your angular houses, which if you don't know what that means, if it's in like your first house, your fourth house, your seventh house, your 10th house, probably even more challenging because those are the big houses, right? So I just want to say, as crunchy as things are right now, and as frustrating or roller coaster-y as they are right now, it is the nature of what is supposed to happen right now for the highest good of everybody. Just let it show you some things. Let it push you into the path of least resistance, even. Like I was saying before, you run into that challenge, pivot. Take what you need to get out of it, evaluate what you need to evaluate out of it, and then pivot, right? And through pivoting, you will start to feel the natural flow and path of least resistance. And you may be very shocked at what comes out of following that. There may be some new stuff that gets you excited. There may be a change in how you navigate or do things that actually makes your life way easier. It may come with also getting rid of some things or pulling away from certain situations, or even again, this like change within yourself. But it is to facilitate more ease. Okay. It is. It absolutely is. Um, it is transformation. Now, the other thing too about this card coming out that I think is kind of interesting, this card specifically speaks to like bigger collective global changes and shifts. The madness, they're saying madness, the madness. Part of this energy too, for some of us, is also feeling the intensity or being influenced by the intensity of the collective madness right now. We are very aware of how much things are changing. There's no doubt about that at this point. And people who want to say otherwise, I feel for them. I want to give them a hug because I'm just going to call a spade a spade. They're in denial. Okay. Okay? There's no denying our world is changing drastically, right? At this point, there's no point in pretending. But with these changes, they're not coming easy, right? And I get it. Change is really hard because it's like, how do we move away from what is familiar and embrace what is unknown and do that in a way that we are not panicking or freaking out because we have all been programmed to resist that, right? It evokes a lot of fear in a lot of us. And it's also very human and it's okay. It's okay if you are scared. It's okay if you're feeling stressed and overwhelmed. I just want to say it is okay to feel that way. You're just human. But the other side of this is to be aware of how much the collective madness of other people's crazy or even just like the stuff that's given to us, how much of that are we taking on and allowing that fear to get bigger than it needs to be? Because fear can be helpful and fear can be useful to an extent, right? To an extent. So with the collective madness that's at play, finding that path of least resistance and allowing yourself, giving yourself to permission to pivot to what nourishes you, to what calms you, to what feels hopeful, to what feels promising, to what feels lighter. These are key words here to like pay attention to what's going on around you. Will help you to not be so influenced by the collective madness, but will also help you find your own calm in the crunchiness and the challenges of this grand fixed cross right now. Through all of that to say, the path of least resistance can be experienced. And the more people that allow that to happen or work with that process, the more the collective will find a collective calm out of the madness. Just to also point that out. And also dealing with our fear, not to be cheesy, but the flip side of fear is love. It just is. Right. And so through navigating your fears in that way, I'm hearing regulating yourself as well. Not only are you embracing these changes and like being pushed into the corner, so to speak, to find this path of least resistance, but you're also finding your way more to this feeling of love as well, which is just a feeling of connection and peace within the self, with the self, and with all things, right? It's alignment, it's attunement. Um, so that's what's going on. Okay. So if you're having a hard time, it's okay. If you were just like la di da di da, I'd be very impressed, to be honest. Even if you're just up and down with it, even if you have your good days and your bad days, I think even that says a lot that you are finding the like literal peaks and valleys of this little crazy little roller coaster, right, of this week. Just remember to like stay aware of what makes you feel calm, what makes you feel stable, what makes you feel nourished, what makes you feel clear, what makes you feel hopeful, what makes you feel uplifted, right? And not to say that you should expect to be in these states forever, for eternity, 100% of the time. It's not about that. It's just about recognizing what facilitates more flow and ease in your own life, which is really just facilitating your own alignment and attunement away from the madness, right? So that's the little chat. That's the little talk that Spirit wanted me to have with you guys today. And again, don't beat yourself up if you like fall back into that space of feeling overwhelmed, because it's normal and it's par for the course. And even that feeling of being uncomfortable is showing you something. It's telling you something. So to just pay attention to that. But I'm just here as a messenger. If none of this resonates for you, that's totally fine. Do you? I'm just doing what I feel guided to do. This reading confirms I'm a lot more aligned than I realize. Good. Good. We should also like give ourselves kudos when we are realizing that too, where it's like, you know what? I am navigating this really well. Because some people are having it a little bit harder than others. Adeline, hi. Hi. Happy to be here with you all. Went from having the best time ever during the weekend to then having such a rough time this week. Oh, it's been hard. Sending love to everyone. Oh, I'm right there with you. I can imagine too, because like I know what you did over the weekend, right? So I can imagine the high that you were on and just like the vibes you were in, and then yeah, to come into this week with all this like crunchiness. Yeah, I can imagine. But I do think the new moon Taurus, even with this crunchiness of this grand fixed cross, it's giving such a gift. It really is. I know it may not feel like that sometimes. I know it may not seem like that sometimes, but there is some gifts going on in there. So I'm just curious too how that may be manifesting for people just more in the long term. I feel I should use the opposition of my Mercury though. Well, yeah, why not? I've been pissy all day. So a little love sounds nice. And like again, making space for what we're feeling. So kind of yeah, it's like actually I do want to circle back on that a little bit. It is so important to just feel whatever the fuck we are feeling right now, whether it is fear or anger or stress. Because, like I said, it's like allowing yourself to feel those things. One, it's just accepting where you're at, which I think as humans, we can stand to do a lot more of that. But in accepting what you're feeling, those feelings again are showing you something. They are speaking. It's like your emotions are speaking to you through you, right? They are just truth in and of themselves. These emotions, even if they are uncomfortable, sometimes unpleasant emotions, it is also truth of something in and of itself. So it's okay to feel those things. Um, but just let it show you things and let it guide you again to the path of least resistance of whatever that means for you. Honestly, slept all day. My depression was heavy. I've had some weird ups and downs this week too. I've also had like a few days where I've like felt like really not well. And even yesterday, I had to really be horizontal. Horizontal? Yes, horizontal. I got them mixed up for a second for a lot of the day. And just like, I don't know, it's been weird. It really has been weird. It's been weird, guys. But that being said, I do want to get into a collective read. I may be doing signs today. I wrote it all out as if I am. We'll see if I actually do it, or we'll see if it's in alignment to do so. But I do want to do collective with you guys. And as always, we're using Big Bertha just because she's just a bestie. And we have the Clydester here in his little spot. He's also had a rough couple days. And you guys know about Clyde's condition already, but he has good days, he has bad days, just like us. But even with his condition, he's really been struggling to eat again. And it's been rough because it's like he's like been asking for food, but then I see he hasn't eaten any food, and then I'm like trying all these different things, and he's just like looking at me like hello, and I'm like I don't know what else to do. But he's here resting with us and hanging out with us. But yeah, let's get into the collective read. By the way, all the decks that I use are linked below if you're curious about any of them. Hold on a second. And for Big Bertha, if you're new, it's the Starseed Oracle and the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. And this one, this evolution card is actually from the Gaia Oracle, which I don't even know if I have listed down below anymore, but I might. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's been an interesting week. It's really been an interesting couple of weeks. Hell, couple of months. I'm wondering too if this is also just like, oh, let me come back a little bit. I know the last couple years we have had some interesting astrological changes, like big ones. Like, Pluto moving into Aquarius out of Capricorn, Neptune moving into Aries out of Pisces. We're about to go through Uranus moving into Gemini out of Taurus. Like these are big transits, right? We've had some interesting eclipse years, I want to say. But I feel like the last couple winters have just been like really wintry. Like little extra dash of the winter vibes of just like being through the void and going through that like night winter death energy and like a really really hard transition into spring, like very difficult. I think for the collective, and I'm just wondering, I'm like, is this just how it's going to be, or is it because we've just had these really pivotal transits, right? Maybe a little bit of truth in both of those. Anyway, let's come back to the collective message here. Any messages or insights for the collective for this present moment for the collective's highest good? We'll see if it comes out, but there's a knight card, not like knight in the way I was just describing, but knight like Knight. They're just showing me that card. We'll see if he comes out. Actually, okay, this is weird. So there is a knight card in this deck, but I just realized the knight card they're showing me is actually from another deck. That's really weird. And I do have the deck here. I'm going to pull out the card just because it is being shown to me. It's from the Past Life Oracle. I think it's going to be interesting reads today. So my patrons already know that some of this energy too that we've been in for a while and more and is has to do with generational aspects. And some of these generational aspects, the way that it affects the collective sometimes is more subtle because it's generational, right? These planets are farther away, they have longer orbit cycles, we all are influenced by them for longer periods of time, a lot more subtle than like Venus and Mars per se, right? But specifically, we've had Neptune and Pluto both working with Sedna in Gemini. And I talked quite a bit about that on the Patreon Live recently with the New Moon Hangout, because Sedna has also been working with a fixed star called Alcyone, which a lot of you may be aware of. Alcyone sits in the Pleiades cluster in the Taurus constellation. And every time I've tuned into it the last couple weeks, it's had this interesting reverberation, I want to say, which is like a weird word to use here. Cause like I want to say vibration. It's like, no, it's a reverberation. It's like I can feel almost this like awareness and like ripple effect of remembrance. Remembrance can mean a lot of things. Okay. But I definitely was getting this flavor on one layer of it of like remembrance of like Atlantis, Lemuria, Avalon, Egypt, all like, all of these like very prominent consciousnesses and cultures, right? But also with that, remembrance of the self, okay? Remembrance of the self. And even through Gemini, remembrance through relationships and connections. Whether these relationships are helping us to remember who we really are, or we're having this like intense soul recognition in the way we're connecting with people at this time, right? There's almost a little bit of like catalytic energy there. Also remembrance in the way of like recovering lost knowledge, recovering lost information, lost wisdom even. And that can look like a lot of things. That could look like discovering, making certain anthropological discoveries that are like groundbreaking. I was like, what's the word there? Like, and I think actually what comes to mind is the discovery of that tomb, for example, recently, that it's like, how did we miss that all these years? Right. I think that's a good example. Or even taking what used to work and putting a modern spin on it, right? Like recovering knowledge, information, or wisdom that really used to work well for us, and we kind of forgot it along the way. You can even see this as more like spiritual, obviously, where you are also remembering your own unique wisdom and skills that you're bringing to the table, which is also very collective at this time because of some of what Chiron has been gifting us, right? With like facing our soul scars and realizing the gift of our soul scars, which is just our unique experience. Um, Needless to say, the fact that this deck is coming out is saying something because I almost never use this deck. I don't even think I have this one listed because I almost never use this on YouTube. But I'm going to pull that Knight card out. Oh, it's Knighthood. Yeah, that's the visual I was seeing, but I was getting Knight. So very interesting. Take in that image, if you will. It's a very simple image, but oh, I never noticed there was a unicorn there. I don't know, that unicorn is sticking out to me. I also did the Patron Weekly last night, and unicorn was a card that came out very prominently for group 3. My patrons already know. But again, if you're interested in Patreon, there's stuff over there. But interesting that this wants to come out in the past life oracle. So this card in particular, I mean, it's pretty clear. It's this role of servitude and protection. Right? That's the role, servitude and protection. The fact that unicorn is on here is tripping me out because I've never noticed that before. And to me, that just gives this feeling of ethereal, right? Again, like things that have been lost, right? Like unicorn is seen as a mythical creature, right? That's like been lost to time and space in a strange way. Some of you, this obviously can be pertaining to more like earth angel, light worker sort of vibes, if that's something you resonate with. But it's interesting that this is coming through here, and I'm actually getting responsibility. Some of you are going through some sort of paradigm shift in terms of responsibility, what you feel responsible for and to, and reevaluating that for yourself. I'm definitely getting that quite a bit. Some of you may feel very dedicated to a cause in the way of protection and standing up for something. And obviously with all this like Pluto Aqua and all the stuff we got going on in the world, there's a lot of that coming up within certain people, almost like getting activated in certain people. Again, responsibility. I just got pulled to Kuleana. So not I don't that's not a very well-known word outside of the islands, but Kuleana is responsibility. It's the practice of responsibility, practice of responsibility of being a person of the land to the land, a responsibility to the land. Some of you may identify as earth angel, but that practice of responsibility can mean a lot of things, right? It's like that could even just be the responsibility of what it is to be human on this planet and just living in integrity and like treating people with kindness and respect. Some people that can translate to like a responsibility to community, but that's interesting that that word specifically wanted to be used because I find it to be a very beautiful word with that translation to responsibility, but it's like responsibility to the Aina, to the land, to what takes care of you, right? To what nourishes you. Thank you. To what deserves your attention, what deserves your focus, what deserves your devotion, what deserves your commitment. There we go. That's the bigger message here. We finally got there. That's the bigger message. What is back to the weekly, what is worthy of you? What is deserving of your commitment and your devotion because it nourishes you, it takes care of you, so you take care of it. And that could mean a lot of things for you. It doesn't have to just be of the land. I think that was just to get me to this like major message here. Yes, please hit the like button if you're enjoying this. But that's why the Knight card is coming up. Are you fulfilling your responsibility to what takes care of you in all the things that is? Whether that's certain friends, certain family members, the actual land and earth itself, even how you take care of yourself, right? Or like certain habits that help you to feel supported, um, et cetera, et cetera. I think you understand what I'm getting there. All right, let's get back to the Big Bertha. They're bringing up vows. Some of you may realize, okay, there's multiple levels to what I'm saying, so allow it to land as it wants to land for you. So just, I guess I'm encouraging you to open your mind here with the words I'm about to say. In terms of vows and obligations, this is very much part of this collective energy in the new moon Taurus. In terms of vows and obligations, however that's existing within you, in what you believe to be obligated to or should be obligated to, you may realize some of the vows, some of these obligations, some of these bonds are not really your responsibility, are not really nourishing you, taking care of you. Dare I even say for some, outdated. And what I mean by open your mind to what that could mean for you, because there's a lot of nuance here. Because that could be very like present 3D material shit, or that could even be more nuanced, energetic, through time and space past life shit. Okay. Some of you are running some of these programs and ideas, even if it's not actually nourishing you. Okay. Any other messages or insights for the collective at this present time? Oh, I like it. I freaking love these cards. Look at the art on here. You got this like cosmic celestial webbing, sacred geometry going on. You've got a portal going off into who knows where with a staircase starting from who knows where. I love it. Baby steps, action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Thank you. They're bringing me back to the madness. So this is the other thing too about allowing yourself to pivot, like, right, in the way I was doing before, like pivoting when something is too challenging or is like you've been trying your damnedest to make something work and it's not working. That path of least resistance, that path of alignment and attunement also flows with your intuition. Okay. In these moments where you are feeling the pressure, feeling the crunchiness, feeling the overwhelm, the stress, feeling the madness, feeling the fear, and struggling to see your way through, trying to logic your way through, it may actually be in your best interest in this moment to go with what feels right intuitively, making choices from that state, because that actually is the flow that's like working through you, right? That's your soul energy, that's your heart energy going, we need to go over here now because this shit that you're trying to either control, figure out, confront is not working, and it's not working for a reason. Let's feel it out. Let's intuit this out. Let's make decisions from that space, even if it, again, doesn't make sense. Even if it seems like, but this over here, this needs my attention. This needs my attention. Does it really, though? Does it really? Or is there something else that would actually benefit you more, nourish you more, right? Commit to what nourishes you. That would actually nourish you more to invest in. The fact that there's baby steps here, I feel like there's a compassionate gentility we're being encouraged to take on here. Come back. Come back. Okay, there we go. I feel like there's a compassionate gentility that we're being encouraged to take on here for ourselves. Like, we don't have to make giant life-changing decisions in the fleeting moment just based off of like our gut feeling or our intuition. That's not what this is saying. It's like it's that feeling of like allowing yourself to learn to discern the flow and practicing trust with what you're feeling, with what you're sensing, with what you're intuiting, and kind of feeling that flow. Okay. Yeah. Also with baby steps, some of you, these like bigger things that maybe you're like, maybe should I do this? Should I do that? And like you're struggling because it's like it's a big decision you're trying to make, or it's a big action you're trying to take, big movement you're trying to make here. The baby steps is going to be beneficial for you because with so much madness going on right now, um, there's also so much shifting that's coinciding with that madness, right? It's like it's reflective of like how drastic the shifts are that are happening right now. Take it one day at a time. Take it one moment at a time and watch it unfold. Thank you. They're bringing up Virgo. This is also the lesson, but this is part of the lessons. Thank you. Of North Node, South Node, Virgo, Pisces. When that axis is lit up in this way, we're learning lessons in these signs. Virgo is all about the day-to-day task and day-to-day shaping of long-term goals and progress, right? Virgo is how we maintain that. Virgo is how we get there, how we make that happen. Pisces is trusting the process. Totally. Pisces is trusting the process and let your intuition guide you in making these like little steps to shape, right? This to shape your moves essentially. So you guys are, I think you understand what I'm getting at there. So also why it's feeling so crunchy and why we're really being emphasized to embrace it in this way. There is a long game here, even if you can't see the end. But that's also why Virgo and Pisces are both teaching us this. Someone's having some big construction going on. It's a giant cement truck. Am I taking these? No. Okay. Ooh, my hand just got weird. Any other messages or insights for the collective at this time? Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. It's just bringing me right back to that knighthood. Some of you guys be working with Horus or Falcons. That was coming up in the patron reading too. I forget what group. It might have been the second group. But yeah, that protection is really standing out here, right? But that protection comes about by investing and focusing on what does take care of us. That's how we feel more safe in the world. That's how we feel more safe just in ourselves and on our journeys. When we invest in what takes care of us, we innately have more safety. We innately have more protection by doing that. This can also be an indicator too that there may be some incoming support for some people in the collective during this process. And knowing that you are taken care of and knowing that you're looked after. But I feel like it's really more about doing this for yourself. So be your best brother. Almost want to say, be your best big brother and look out for yourself. And be very honest with, again, what actually takes care of you in the long run. And this is beyond the 3D as well, because this is also about like emotional, spiritual, mental health. too, right? Even just using the term big brother, because it just brought me to like institutions, right? The way that we have learned to operate within these institutions in society is not always healthy and is actually not always taking care of us, right? So again, this is where your discernment and your intuition comes in. How does it actually make you feel, right? Follow that. Follow that. Can I get a third card, please? Thank you. Interesting. You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness, face your true north. So some of you guys, the north node energy in your own charts may be getting activated by something particular at this time, right? So just something else to pay attention to. But yeah, this card comes out to say, like, you really got to trust who you really are and what your authentic path really is about. Because what takes care of you doesn't take care of another person. What is uniquely nourishing, protective, and safe for you that you are being encouraged to devote yourself to does not work for your neighbor, does not work for your friend, does not work for your family member. We are all unique, okay? We are all 8 billion unique individuals that make up the living humans, I should say, on this planet. And we are all different for a reason. If we were all the same, this wouldn't be nearly this, like, this wouldn't be the system that it is. This is recognizing, again, kind of what I was saying before. What have you actually been devoting yourself to? These vows, these commitments, these obligations that really doesn't actually take care of you or support you. But you did it because other people were, your family does, society tells you to, whatever, right? I know it's difficult. I know it's hard because for some of us, this feels like leaving a sense of security, but it's not the most secure we can feel. It's not the most reliable source of security and safety that is available to us. There's something that is more unique, more custom to what actually does take care of us. And we're only going to find that by feeling out what is authentic to us in that way, by using our intuition and what is in crow just flew by the window. And what is in our own natural attunement and alignment with the path of least resistance. And yeah, you may need to take your time here, and that's okay. Some of you have been doing this for a while. Again, this has been collective for quite a bit. Yeah. Okay. Whee! I think that's pretty good for the collective. I don't think we need to get deeper into that. Just deciding where to put everything. That being said, am I doing signs today? Let me fill that out. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Am I doing signs, Spirit? How am I proceeding? Am I doing signs or am I doing elements? Okay, I think we're just gonna keep going with this new format of like doing the elements and then like pulling a couple cards for the signs. Oh, I'm starting with water today. That's kind of cool. I'll take it. I'll take it. Good catching you live. Let's see. The card looks totally sent than what I remember it looking like. Which one? This one? This one? That one? It's actually giving me, you know what? It almost is reminding me of Saturn. I only say that because like this band right here reminds me of the rings of Saturn. Even just the way this kind of looks like the way Saturn looks in like pictures and stuff. I don't know. That's just what it's giving me. That's kind of interesting. That one, yeah. I was like, there's something kind of charged about that. All right, let me change the timestamp for water signs. All right. All right, water signs. We're gonna start with animals today. For the water signs. What's going on for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's interesting. Water signs. I feel like there's some clear audience stuff coming up here. I feel like you're doing your best to listen. That's how it's coming through. It's almost like it's giving me the vibe of like you're just kind of standing there in the quiet and you're like really closing your eyes and really trying to get yourself to listen. Um, maybe even just hear yourself. It's interesting. Listening seems to be a thing here for my water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Any other messages or insights from my water signs, please? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah, I feel like my water signs are getting really in tune to like sense and to feel, almost like to feel like which way is the wind blowing here, you know? It's giving a lot of air element for you. I knew that was going to come out. I should have called it. Lamb, lammy lamb. Sometimes the lamb can be a card of like sensitivity and like being sensitive with the senses. And I'm like, that's exactly what I was getting for you. But lamb is also a card to me of like baby energy, of being new in some way, or green behind, wet behind the ears, or green. Yeah, green in some way, shape, or form. Um, Water signs, I feel like you have shifted into some sort of new energy, and it's like I feel like you're trying to navigate it. I also can feel like you're almost keeping anxiety at you're trying to keep anxiety at bay. I'm getting this like a little quiver. It's like a little panic, a little anxiety, a little stress, a little like I don't know, I don't know. But you're trying. I feel like you're like really putting in a good old college try here to embrace this lamb energy. To one, allow yourself to kind of like feel like which way is the wind blowing, like where do I need to pivot, like really listening and really taking in information um through your senses. This is also very Taurian. This is like Newman Taurus, like everyone's senses are going to be a little heightened, just so you know. All senses, not just like psychic. um but even while you're doing that, how do I want to say this? Yeah, it's like you've given yourself, or you will be giving yourself permission to navigate differently, but I can feel how uncomfortable it is for you. Allowing yourself to embrace uncharted territory. Some of you, this is about like getting into something that is really foreign for you, or even in like a new environment. But I feel like it's more about like how you are making decisions and navigating. It's like you're changing that, but it's uncomfortable. You're out of your comfort zone here, water signs, but you're trying your best. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Am I taking these? No. Thank you. Oh, you trying. Cobra. You guys know this is my Saturn card. Saturn's been coming a little bit today. Cobra to me is a mentor-mentee energy, which is interesting because Cobra to me is usually somebody who's like got some wisdom under their belt, got some life experiences, while Lamb is like a baby. So you could be moving into a situation where you are like very green at something and you could be learning from somebody. Some of you are taking on a mentor. Some of you are the mentor and you're taking on a mentee. That's where some of you guys need to hear that. But I feel like you are allowing yourself to learn and be adaptable and to try things differently, no matter how uncomfortable it is. The Cobra can also sometimes be a card of pausing. And that's kind of what I was getting for you too, where it's like you're kind of standing there and you're trying to feel it out. You're trying to like sense it out. You're trying to hear it out. You're like, okay, I'm going to try this different. I'm gonna try, and I'm just kind of like waiting, and I don't really like how this makes me feel, but I'm trying to trust the process. Like I'm getting that very strongly for you. So you're trying your due diligence. It's uncomfortable. You're out of your comfort zone. You're trying to trust the process here, and you're trying to learn even within doing that. And some of you are entering or have entered a student teacher dynamic. Okay. Can I get a third card, please, for my water signs? Am I taking these two? No. Thank you. Listen to your hearts. Golden egg, the heart chakra. On the bottom, we have eagle. So usually indicative of the world card, which also is fixed energy and also Saturn. So again, Saturn keeps coming up here, water signs. And Saturn is in Pisces, as we know. But Eagle is usually comes out when we are about to get on or off of a roller coaster of some major lessons. So yeah, water signs, you're very aware of the changes here. And again, you're trying, no matter how uncomfortable it is for you. And what it's doing, very much like I was mentioning before, it's getting you in this position to have to listen to your heart and have to navigate from this place of intuition and and how it feels, and does it feel nourishing, does it feel like you're being uplifted, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? It's hard, I can feel it, it's hard for you. Some of you may even feel like it's kind of karmic. Underneath Eagle, Earthworm. Earthworm is literally the 0 point card for me. It's like getting into a whole new experience that's very uncomfortable. It's out of your comfort zone, but it's brand new. Brand new. And again, it feels more like you're just learning to navigate differently. And you're doing it. I could feel it. You're like, I don't like it, but I'm doing it. It's just interesting. Okay, that being said, let's get I did. Oh, I thought I didn't do a timestamp. Okay, let's get into the signs here. All right, Cancer. Cancer babies. You know what? I think you guys need the unicorns. Immediately Cancer. I don't know why. I just want to like hug you. Okay. I want to like love on you like a mama bear for some reason. I mean, that's actually very Cancerian. What's going on for my Cancers here? Some of you just may need to like give yourself a little TLC. Okay. It's almost like some of you may just need to like mother yourself a little bit and like nurture that inner child a little bit, like calm them down, like I don't know, watch their favorite Disney movie, play a game, make some bubbles. I don't know. It's like it's giving me like you could benefit from some tenderness right now. Okay. Any messages or insights from my Cancers, please? Like get a blanket, get some snacks, go to the park, and fly a kite. It's like I don't know. It's giving me like enjoy just like little comforting things right now. It's just so Cancer. Any messages and insights for Cancer, please? What's going on for my Cancers? For my Cancer's highest good, what is in their best interest to know at this time? I'm getting like the Moon and 6 of Cups. It's giving me buried stuff. It's giving me buried stuff in this like out of your comfort zone that you're in. I feel like it's bringing up buried childhood stuff. Um, your inner child just may be very out. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords coming out here. I like seeing this as a first card. It always feels really nice. Ace of Swords is usually clarity. It's clarity, or it's a new idea, or it's a new belief, could even be communication. But you're seeing something, Cancer, you're acknowledging something. You're acknowledging some sort of truth here. And there it is, the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups. Cancer, your inner childhood energy, your inner child energy is strong right now. And I want to say like your inner child is like telling you something. You may even be having a conversation with your inner child. You may be doing inner child work. You don't have to, but I feel like if you're feeling something emotional, I want to say that's literally your inner child trying to scream something at you right here. It's so strange because I keep getting the Moon too. Like some like buried emotion, maybe even a buried memory. It's almost like your inner child is gifting it back to you. And that is the Ace of Swords. That's you seeing that. That's you acknowledging whatever that is. And I want to say it's a gift, which is interesting. I want to say it's a gift. I feel like I've read something like this before because I'm getting pastime. I feel like that's come up recently somewhere. I've done so many readings this last week. I keep wanting to say it's a gift. It's almost like inner child's going like, "Hey, do you remember this? Do you remember this?" It's a gift. They just keep reiterating. It's a gift. It's a gift. Can I get another card for Cancer? Oh. Oh. We have the Two of Cups, the Hermit, and the Ten of Pentacles. Oh, I like this. I feel like the Two of Cups is actually you and your inner child. Some of you, this could be about someone in your life, especially with the Ten of Pentacles, could be someone you work with or live with. But I feel like it's between you and your inner child here. I feel like they're giving you some sort of gift from your past that you forgot about. And I want to say, I know I read this before at some point in time. I want to say it's like a pastime, like something you used to enjoy, something that maybe you're really good at and you forgot, or it's just like you just haven't, it just hasn't been in your awareness. But again, I want to say it's a gift. And the Hermit is telling me too that it's being gifted from within. It's like it's in your private moments with yourself, is when this is emerging. And it's impacting your Ten of Pentacles. Oh, Cancer. Cancer. We have the Empress. Okay, Cancer, I'm so curious. Whatever this is, spend time with your inner child this weekend. In whatever ways feels right. Come back. Um, they have a gift for you. It's like it's kind of cute. It's like it's giving me like a little boy or a little girl is going like, "Here, don't you remember?" It's like, I don't know, there's something very like sweet and like wholesome about it. And it puts you in this space of like evaluating yourself as the Empress with the Ten of Pentacles, like how you are taken care of. Yeah, how you're supported, how you could even be more supported in your life. It's it's almost like they were holding on to this for you until you really needed it. I love that. It's almost like they were holding on to this for you until you really needed it. Maybe until you're ready for it. I want to say to you actually needed it. Yeah, very curious, Cancer. I feel like for some of you this actually may translate to something financial or even with your work life, like more stability in how you are supported or taken care of, but it's like it's literally coming from your inner child and they're giving it to you like a gift. It feels very positive, Cancer. So spend time with your inner child this weekend. I highly encourage it. All right, Scorpio. Yeah, it's like, don't you remember? I don't know. It's got cute energy around it. Okay. Scorpio. We're going with glow in the dark tarot just because it feels right for my Scorpios. Okay. What's going on for Scorpio regarding this spread? Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, I'm getting a weird visual for you. They're showing me like lightning like striking the ground, and you're standing there, but you're just ignoring it. Like, I don't know, or maybe you're just not letting it phase you. There could be some chaos around you, and you're just like, I'm not gonna look over there. I'm not gonna let that shake me. I'm not gonna let that influence me. Like I literally seeing you standing there, and there's just like lightning striking all around you, and you're just standing there, and just like, what's going on, Scorpio? I don't think you're creating the lightning. I think it's just happening. And you're just like, I will not be phased. It's kind of making me laugh. All right, Scorpio. Not kind of, it is. Any messages or insights for Scorpio, please? Yeah, I'm getting chills now through my body. What is going on here? I don't think anyone's provoking you, but if someone is provoking you, you're totally doing the Scorpio ice out thing. Okay. Interesting. Knight of Swords, Gemini energy. The Knight of Swords can move like lightning. Absolutely can, because the Knight of Swords is very quick, direct, and sometimes tactless communication. It's truthful communication, though. Why is the Knight of Swords here for Scorpio? Why is the Knight of Swords here for Scorpio? and the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so Scorpio, I'm getting this a couple ways, so hang in there with me here, okay? Some of you, there could be someone in your home life or your work life that is trying really hard to get your attention, and you're just not having it. At that same time, though, I feel like for some of you Scorpios, yeah, okay, I just gotta say it. I feel like these like strikes of lightning that I'm seeing, I gotta be honest. I actually feel like for some of you it's spirit trying to get you to move, trying to get you to make some moves here and to get you to be honest about some moves to make around your home life or your work life. And I feel like you're not having it, or it's like you're resisting it in some way. And that's like the two ways that I'm getting it. And of course, this could be reversed. Like you could be like trying to get someone's attention and they're like not having it either. But these lightning strikes, the lightning strikes that I'm feeling, again, it's feeling like it's coming with the Knight of Swords. There's truth in these lightning strikes. There is. There's some sort of truth or communicate. It's communication, but there's some truth in there. And I think you're just having a hard time here. Can I get a third card for my Scorpios, please? We're gonna get more on that Knight of Swords because there's something else going on there. Because some of you, I almost feel like it's even an aspect of you, or like a version of you, or even like your higher self, if you will, going like, Scorpio, I'm trying to tell you some shit. You know? Reverse the roles if you need to. Can I get another card for my Scorpios, please? It's giving me earthquake energy. You could be going through some towers here. Maybe there's earthquakes going on. I don't know. But it's giving me some earthquake energy and literally even like the visual, right? It's like lightning striking the ground. It's like earthquakes are seismic activity where it's happening like underneath the surface, right? So it's like not necessarily lightning, but like when lightning strikes the ground, between the noise and the light and the intensity, it's like the earth absorbs that shock. It's, you know what I mean? It's like there is something kind of like quaky about it. Hmm. Can I get another card for Scorpios? It's like the earth is shaking and you're just like trying not to let it phase you. I don't know if you're like outright ignoring it. Maybe some of you are. I think especially if it's someone trying to get your attention, I think you're absolutely ignoring that. But if it's like spirit or your higher self, or it's literally just like there's things that are changing to that extent for you, I think you just don't really know what to make of it. And so you're just like, okay, this is happening. I can't let it phase me. Can I get another card, please, for Scorpio? Yeah, you're holding your position. Look at that. Four of Pentacles. You're holding, you're holding, you're holding, you're holding. You will not be swayed. So scorpionic. I will not be swayed. I will not be moved. Not unless it's on your own terms. Great, Scorpio. What's interesting too is that we have between the Four of Pentacles and the 10, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is a card of reciprocity, of give and take. But I don't feel a whole lot of reciprocity going on here. Can I get a clarifier in the Knight of Swords? Yeah. Death with the Two of Pentacles. So Scorpio, there's undeniable like shifting that's happening around you right now. And I feel like spirit's trying to get your attention to it. Your higher self is trying to get your attention to it. And for some of you, it's a person that is like going through change or trying to cause change in your life. It's like it's one of the three. Again, if it's a person, I think you're just trying to ignore them. But if it's like cosmic, if it's spirit, if it's your higher self, you are aware of it. I think you just don't know what to do. I got it. Like that's just kind of how it's coming through. It's like with the Two of Pentacles, it's like, what do I do with this earthquake energy? I don't know. Like, so because you like don't really know, you're just trying to stay your position. I want to get one more on this Knight of Swords, please. One more on the Knight of Swords. Yeah. Oh, Scorpio. Yeah. Your earth is shaking. The earth is quaking for you, Scorpio, and you're just trying to hold your position and not let it rattle you, but you do have to you gotta navigate it with the world being here. Um, yeah, with the world and death. I mean, like, these are the 2 majors that are out here for you, Scorpio. Those are not little small majors either. Both of them are about change. One about transformation, and even with change, they're both about major endings and major beginnings that have either karmic implications or major life lesson implications. I feel like you're being encouraged to embrace a massive change in your life, and you just don't know what to do. I think the best thing to do, because I feel I'm looking at so many of the pentacles. You have 2 of pentacles, 10 of pentacles, 4 of pentacles. With all these pentacles, I almost want to say, like, you're gonna feel more of that, like, earthquake energy the longer you focus on pentacles. I wanna say focus on air, focus on cups, focus on how you feel, focus on your intuition here. Don't focus on what's happening physically. Don't focus even on what someone's trying to say to you. It's like, shift your focus on your intuition. I wanna say that's gonna be the key here for you, okay? A little intense. All right, Pisces. Are you right to wait here? Pisces. Any messages or insights for Pisces, please? Again, I expect my mutable signs to do the best in all this energy. And fixed signs have the hardest. Scorpio, you got it a little hard, but let's see how your Pisces, your other sister water signs doing over here. Pisces. What's going on for Pisces here? For Pisces, highest good? That was quick. Oh, Pisces. Oh, okay. 5 of Cups and the Hermit. So you're dealing with some sort of disappointment. To be honest, I feel like this is relationship based. It could be financial. I feel relationship here where it's like maybe someone didn't meet your expectations, or you're realizing that, like, someone's not resonating with you anymore. It's just like it feels like a lost relationship. It could be a friend. It doesn't have to be a lover. But you're like, oh, okay, I see. You're just like, okay, you're accepting it. You're moving through it. Anything else for Pisces? Oh, very interesting. You take a very quick turn, don't you? We have the 7 of Fire. This is Mars Leo. So you have your little moment, okay? You have your little moment with this. And then you move into this. You move into Fire, ready to fight, ready to stand up, ready to do what you got to do, is how it's coming through. Oh, Pisces, this reading is already getting very interesting with the 7 of Swords here. So a 2 sevens coming out. Sevens could be synchronistic for you. I got to be honest, this feels like a reaction to your grief. This feels a little bit like, we all deal with our sadness and grief differently. Some people work their grief away. Some people really wallow. Some people completely ignore and suppress, right? Everyone deals with their grief and their sadness differently. Whatever you're sad about over here, I just feel like you're funneling it into, like, I kind of want to say anger. I'm hearing the word righteous. So maybe you are trying to use it productively, but that 7 of Swords, I don't know, there's something weird there. Can I get another card here for the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Swords for Pisces? It does. It's giving me a little bit of righteous anger. It's giving me a little bit of that. Okay. It's giving me, this will never happen again, is what this is giving me. Yeah, it's like you go from, like, being with your feelings to being really angry. And I want to say righteous about it. It's not bad. It just is what it is. But it's very much like, this is never going to happen again. this pattern, this situation, however this came about, you're like, it's never going to happen again. If this sadness came about because of someone else's shady behavior or something that's just like not okay, something that's not respectful or in integrity, I do think you are standing up against that. And I do think that is positive. I do think that's healthy if that's how this is going down. If you suffered some sort of pain or grief or sadness or loss because of the bullshit of a person, the system, you're saying no more and never will this happen to me again. Some of you, if it's like bigger than you, um, you're just not going to let an injustice stand, even to anyone else. So, okay, it's an interesting transition. Final cards for Pisces. Mm. We have the Hangman and the Two of Wands. So just a little tarot tip. I haven't spoken about this in a bit, but when you have the Hermit come out, not like usually the Hangman's not too far behind because one, they're both Virgo Pisces, so they share the axis. They are the flip sides of each other. But also, majors, when major arcana are out here, it usually implies that there is some sort of like bigger spiritual cosmic forces at play. So as above, so below. And because they are both Virgo and Pisces, and they also are very similar or akin to like what their cards represent, they usually come out together. So Hermit is like going within the self, right? And reflecting and sitting and contemplating. Well, the Hanged Man is taking almost a pause from life or even like feeling like the universe pauses you and it's meant to help you grow spiritually to reach some sort of illumination, some sort of insight, some sort of spiritual growth with that light all around his head, while the hermit finds the illumination from within and seeks out the star, right? So just giving a little bit of, you know, little seminar right there. But the Hangman with the Two of Wands, again, I think there is something somewhat noble here, but just keep in mind there may be more to this that you can learn from. I'm getting some crunchy energy here, and I think that's why the Hangman is here, to kinda get you to see that there's something else to see about the sadness you're in, about what you feel is an injustice before you can do anything with it. One more for Pisces, and then we'll move on to another element. And there it is, the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the king that is illuminated. So, yeah, Pisces, whatever you're bummed about or sad about or whatever loss you've suffered, you're gonna have some sacred rage about it, which I think is healthy. Um, and you may want to make a stand in some way or just say, no more, I'm not gonna suffer this shit ever again or this pattern ever again. But just keep in mind, you may be paused for a bit. You may still be hermited or hung up, if you will, until you see some more truth about this situation as the King of Swords. Okay. Because I'm just getting there's some kind of like nuances here of not just like what other people do or even like the role of like patterns or shady bullshit behavior or how to deal with our feelings of injustice, but there may also be something about yourself emotionally that wants resolution here before you can make some moves. All right. Very interesting reading. All right, let's move on to another element. Who's going next? Oh, let me get a little water. Fire and earth, you're fighting. Why are you fighting? Okay, we're going with earth. Earth signs. That was weird. I felt like a weird fighting between earth and fire. I mean, granted, grand fixed cross, but like also water and air are involved in that. So I don't know what that was about. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. What's going on for my earth signs, please? I don't know how to articulate this. It feels like you're trying to get engagement. I just had this weird visual of like two kids playing with a ball. Like, pass it back, pass it back, pass it back. It's so funny how they're just showing the way they're showing me things today. You're trying to like gain participation or some sort of engagement with a person. It could even be outside of like a relationship, but it's like you want to be involved and you want it to be reciprocal. It's like is how that's coming through. Again, this could even be work, right? Where it's like maybe at your job you're not getting recognition, maybe you're not getting noticed as much, or you're not getting as many like projects or whatever. And it's like, I'm here. It's like that's how it's feeling. Hold on a second. Mm. Like, I'm here, I want to be involved, I want to engage with me. That's totally how this is coming through. It's very fascinating, earth signs. Okay. Whoa. Take the fox. All right. So fox coming out. This is a card of Gemini for me. It is an earthy card, but fox to me is very cerebral, intellectual. Oh, may have some throat energy, earth signs. Oh. Whoa. Yeah, I can feel like something's trying to. Oh. Ooh. I'm thinking you want to be heard, earth signs. Wow. Fox is very intelligent, but also very observant. And if things are changing in a way that they don't like, they'll change just as quick. Why? It's also why that's my Gemini card. Oh, there's some with the throat here, earth signs. What the heck? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I can't shake it. It's like notice me, notice me, notice me. And not in a desperate way and not in an unhealthy way. It's like you feel like you've gone unheard or unnoticed. And it's like, why would that be going on? We have sea serpent, the sacral, creative energy, sexual energy, and I'm hearing desire. Desire. Oh, earth signs. This is giving me like I'm like, oh, I'm kind of upset on your behalf because it's giving me, hey, I've got some things to offer over here. Hello. It's like that's what it's giving me. I have things to offer. I'm smart, I'm observant, I'm intelligent, I'm capable. Even with the sea serpent, it's like I've got some creative juices. I've got almost like I've got fire, which is like this is not a fire card, but it's like I have a lot to offer. Hello, do you not see me over here? Maybe you're just around the wrong people. Earth signs. I had a feeling that was going to come back out. Unicorn. I have vision. Ooh. There it is, our signs. I have vision. Unicorn with the ajna, the third eye. Unicorn is about believing the impossible is possible. I keep getting vision here. And I feel like you're screaming it. I have vision. Look at me. I have vision. I have vision. I have vision. Excuse me. It's interesting too because fox, for some people, not for some people, excuse me. I don't know why I said it that way. Oh, so maybe for some of you, this is going to apply. Fox can be a partner card. So yeah, for some of you, this may be about a potential partnership, one that is pending, one that hasn't happened yet, or one that you're already in. Yeah, it's like it's interesting because if this is a potential partnership, which doesn't have to be romantic, it can be business, right? It can be just like a bestie and you're just doing cool shit together. There's intelligence, there's vision, There's intuition, there's passion, there's desire, and there's drive. Like, what else would you want in a what else would you want in a partner, right? I don't think we're ever meant to be like fully alone, by the way. I just want to say that here. I feel like that needs to be said. I think if you have an idea, earth signs, or you have some sort of vision that you feel very passionate about, I think you should act on it. I want to say something. Interesting. Say something. Say something. Say something, do something with it. Yeah, I want to say don't just stand around waiting for someone to notice. Just do it. Just act on it. Let's go ahead and pull for the signs here. Oh, yeah, especially with that throat energy, it's like just say it. Just say it, just do it. Taurus. Taurus, we're gonna go with Rider Waite for you. What's going on for Taurus? Taurus. Any messages or insights for Taurus, please, pertaining to this spread? My throat is like so jacked up in your guys' energy. Eight of Wands. Okay. Mercury Sag. This is a card of communication, travel, movement, growth, expansion. It's pretty unstoppable. I just keep getting ideas. Taurus, you've got a lot of ideas, and I want to say you want to act on that and you want to make a lot of moves. And the amount of energy that's behind it, I want to say don't wait. Don't wait. Don't wait for anybody. Don't wait on anybody. Like, if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. Act on it. Strike while the iron's hot, essentially. There's no point in waiting here. Anything else for Taurus? Oh, but look, you want to engage with other people in this. I get it. Six of Pentacles. For some of you, what you're excited about does involve other people, or may even involve supporting other people or giving to other people. Like, some of you, this is like volunteering or charity or nonprofit stuff, humanitarianism. That's not all of you, but some of you it is. Some of you, the ideas you have may require investors if this is work related. And it's like, how do I get people to buy into my vision, to buy into my ideas? I think you just got to be yourself. Taurus, you're very charismatic. Who doesn't love a Taurus, right? You're very charismatic. You can convince the right people. Just make sure it's the right people. And that's kind of what I was getting, even just like focusing on Earth. That maybe you just haven't pitched to the right people, or maybe you're just not around the right people to be seen and recognized for what you offer. Because I'm reading for Earth signs that have a lot to offer here. Tell me more for Taurus. There's your idea. The Ace of Swords. Just act on it. Don't wait. Just act on it. Can I get a couple other cards here on the Eight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles? Wow. Judgment and the Nine of Cups. Yeah, just run with it, Taurus. Don't wait. Don't doubt. Just run with it. Trust yourself. Trust that you have like all the goods. You know what I mean? And just run with it. This is, again, clarifying the Eight of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Judgment and the Nine of Cups. It's like that call to act on your wish, to act on your hopes, to act on your dreams, to act on what's going to make you happy. Yeah, there's no point to hold back. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. Ooh. Act now. Yeah, act now. With the Ace of Swords in the Tower, that is a major wake-up call. Okay. That's clarity, truth hitting you fast. And it's activating this Eight of Cups. Oh, so sorry, guys. I really think it's just the Earth sign readings. Oh. The Eight of Cups is saying go. Go. Why are you waiting? Just go. The Eight of Cups, though, also comes with needing to leave some things behind. And so some of you, if you are hesitating at all, it's probably just because you're attached. You're attached to what would be required for you to like leave behind in order to embrace. It feels like embracing your dream, honestly. And spirit's like, you're golden. Go. Like, it's gonna work out. Just go. So I'm not gonna beat a dead horse here. Taurus, just go. Just do it. Just act. Just say. Just go. Just go. Just go. Okay. All right, Virgo. Virgo, we're gonna go with glow in the dark tarot. Virgo. Any messages or insights for Virgo, please? For Virgo's highest good. What's going on for my Virgos? I'm hearing the word forgotten. You could feel forgotten about. I mean, that's clearly a theme here with my earth signs. Like not seen, not heard, etc. Virgo. Interesting. We have 3 of Cups. That feels like an old energy. Oh, okay. Okay. My God. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and the 8 of, oh my God, my throat, and the 8 of Cups. Between the 3 and the 8, there's a 5 of Cups here. So Virgo, take this as it resonates, because when we have the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles, there's other people involved. Could be a friend, could be a friend group, could be a group of coworkers. It's like some of you, it's a group. Some of you, it's just one person. But the 8 of Cups tells me that either you or they dipped out a while ago. This feels old. I want to say this is old energy. And the 3 of Cups and the 8 of Cups, there's a 5 of Cups energy there. There's a 5 of Cups energy of loss, of grief, of sadness, of what was. And what used to be was a 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. And I want to say it was hopeful. Oh, see the way that just fell out like that? This 3 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles felt really hopeful, felt really promising. But again, this is old energy. It's old energy. So whoever dipped out, actually, let me rephrase another way. It doesn't matter who dipped out. I want to say someone, and if it's a group, many someones feel forgotten about. So it looks like you're kind of nostalgic right now. You're reflecting on what was and what felt really good and what felt really hopeful once upon a time. Who else had the 5 of Cups? One of the water signs had 5 of Cups, and I don't remember which one. And actually, and they had it with the Hermit, if I'm not mistaken. I could be misremembering that, which is your cards. There could be something there in the water readings. What else is going on for Virgo? Okay. 8 of Pentacles. Interesting. Look at this. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. So the Cups and the Pentacles are showing up for you today, as are 3s and 8s, which also means the 5s. There's also a 5 of Pentacles now because we have the 3 and 8 of Pentacles. So Virgo, I'm getting the vibe that regardless of whatever was, all right, you've been focused on building. You've been focused on, I want to say you've been focused on you. You've been focusing on, yeah, just what's supportive for you, building your own foundation, I want to say. And maybe you were doing that with this person or this group over here, and it just didn't work out for whatever reason or another. I do want to say someone dipped is how it's giving me. And you've just been trying. You've just been busy at it. But I do want to say you've been trying to overcome the 5s. You've been trying to overcome the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles, where, again, maybe you feel forgotten. Maybe you feel left out. Maybe you feel unappreciated. Or, again, someone else could feel that way. But I do feel like you've been trying to compensate for that by just focusing on yourself. Anything else for Virgo? You're just in a nostalgic mode here, Virgo. Anything else for Virgo? Okay. I like that. We got the Page of Cups. Sometimes this is an apology card. It is my card of innocence as well. Like what we authentically feel. Tell me why the Page of Cups is here for Virgo. Why is the Page of Cups here for Virgo? Oh my. Oh, wow. Okay. Wheel of Fortune and the Empress. Venus energy, Jupiter energy here. Very intriguing. I want to get more clarification on this because this Page of Cups seems to be key to changing these circumstances for you. Out of the Five of Cups, out of the Five of Pentacles, and into this like, oh, things are good, things are fertile, things are abundant, things are feeling really nice. I'm feeling really taken care of. Because yeah, whatever this was, I feel like there was some sort of promise or hope here and it fell apart. Or it didn't work in some way. And so it's like you've been trying, again, trying to like overcome the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, that loss, that feeling alone or feeling forgotten or neglected. And things are totally changing here, but it's because of the page. Can I get clarification on the Page of Cups, please? What's this Page of Cups about for Virgo? What's this Page of Cups about for Virgo? Okay, some of you it is an apology. We have the Six of Cups and the Five of Swords attached to the Page of Cups. Some of you it's an apology and it's giving you closure. Others of you, you're reconciling your feelings here. The fact that we have the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles energetically, and now we have the Five of Swords, 555 is big here. And I want to say, taking the time to be honest with yourself about how you feel about whatever this was, right? Five of Swords and Six of Cups, where maybe there was some ego, there was some conflict, something made you feel some kind of way. Excuse me. Getting honest with how you feel about that and reconciling your feelings is actually what changes here. Because for some of you, getting into that Eight of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles was out of ego. Some of you was out of ego. Some of you was out of fear. Some of you was just because you were trying to cope and trying to deal. It's very human. Nothing wrong with that. But it left you with unresolved feelings. And now that you're resolving those feelings, it's like you can kind of break yourself out of that disappointment and into liberating yourself into this Empress energy. We have your card at the bottom too with Hermit. So underneath that. The Fool. Yeah. So Virgo, I feel like you're liberating yourself from a disappointment that has had you working and navigating in some way. Like, yes, you've been focused on yourself, but it's been out of ego. It's been out of avoidance of your feelings here. And as you resolve them, you're also confronting those feelings. You're confronting yourself and maybe even your own ego. And out of that, you are a little bit more free. You're feeling more relaxed. Some of you are feeling more valuable. Some of you, this was a hit to your ego in the way of like how you look at yourself or how you've like your self-confidence, I want to say. Very interesting. Okay. So some internal work going on there. And some of you, there is an apology, but I feel like most of you, it's the former situation. Okay. Capricorn. Unicorns. It's like, where are we going? Oh, yeah. Capricorn. Any messages or insights for my Cappies? Capricorn. Any messages or insights for Capricorn regarding this spread? Interesting. Cappy, some of you guys are focusing on some new stuff. We like it. New plans, new investments. Some of you are getting excited to learn some new stuff or improve certain skills. It's very earthly plane. It's very you. But it's new. It's new. Ooh, Interesting. Two of Cups kind of peeking out at the bottom. Page of Pentacles can also be a card of friendship and loyalty and trust. You could be nurturing a new relationship at this time or just building trust in a relationship. But whatever you're focused on, it's a new sense of stability or it's a new source of stability for you. And I want to say there's enjoyment here. There's enjoyment in this focus. Anything else for Capricorn? I think you guys had the love read not that long ago, too. Am I taking these two? No. Okay. Six of Cups is coming out for everybody. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. Six of Cups is Scorpio. And yes, we have some Scorpio energy, but that's not why this card's coming out for so many people. This card is coming out because of this remembrance that I was mentioning before in the chat. Okay. Around Sedna, Pluto, Neptune. That's why this card is coming out so much. For some people, this new moon is going to come with some soul retrieval work. That's not for everybody. You know who you are. But Page of Pentacles with the Six of Cups. We also have High Priestess at the bottom. Whatever this new focus is or new investment that you are trying to build trust or you're trying to build some sort of stability, again, it's new. A relationship, a skill, a plan. It's new and it's promising. The Six of Cups being here, it feeds your soul. It speaks to your soul. You're feeling it on a soul level. You're not just doing it to do it. You're not doing it for superficial reasons, even if there's a practicality component to it. You're doing it because it feels right in your soul. And I'm loving it. And if it's about a relationship, like nurturing trust and stability between you and another person, it feels really good and it feels really right. It feels in alignment with you. It's like, it is definitely like a soul to soul connection here. Anything else for Capricorn? Oh, look at what was just hanging out. Ace of Swords. You're very clear on this, is what that's giving me. Yeah. You're just very clear on this. I keep getting pulled to this potential relationship group. Because again, some of you, it's just something you're doing for yourself and it's right in your soul and it feels good. It's like you feel like you're on the right path, I want to say. But if there's a connection here, regardless of the nature of that connection, I want to say this is a true friend, which like, that's like really nice. Like, it makes me want to go, "Aw, it's a true friend." Um, some of you may feel like even, it's funny, this came up in the patron reading too. You may even feel like, oh, this is like what a soulmate should feel like. Some of you guys may be feeling it that way too. Regardless of the label of this connection, there's true friendship here. There's true loyalty and trust here. Anything else for Capricorn? But again, some of you, you're just excited for some new plans or new skills or, devoting yourself to things that take care of you and stabilize you, right? Anything else for Capricorn? I just heard trip. Some of you may be contemplating a trip or visiting somebody. Whoa. Threw me for a loop. The Hierophant, Ace of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. So it's interesting with the Ten of Swords being here. I'm not, this is like so weird. I don't feel like there's some sort of calamity with this, with the Hierophant and the Ace of Cups. If anything, it almost feels like you're experiencing a newfound joy and excitement is what this actually feels like. And I do feel like it's like overshadowing something that is the Ten of Swords. Like, I feel like it's almost like eclipsing the Ten of Swords energy. And we do have the other ace, right? The Ace of Swords, it comes after the 10. So again, I feel like the 10 is something that is already behind you. And whatever this newness is that you're finding yourself in, it's eclipsing it. It's like almost as if the 10 of Swords never happened. Even then, I don't feel anything super gnarly from it. Either way, it's old. So Capricorns, if you feel like you've been in the middle of a transition, you're definitely on the other side. You're definitely on the other side and you're just happy to be where you're at. But this is a new beginning. With the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords, it's like you're clear, you feel in alignment, you're happy, you're excited. There's also, with the two Cups cards here, there's a Five of Cups energy that I feel like is associated with the Ten of Swords. And either way, again, I feel like it's behind you. Like if this is, for example, if this is like that kind of connection I was talking about, like, oh, this is a true friend, or this is like what a true soulmate feels like, it eclipses whatever wasn't that before. You see what I'm saying? The Hierophant and the Ace of Cups, I just keep getting alignment. This is also committing to what, again, makes you feel uplifted and hopeful and really speaks to your soul and nourishes you. You're being committed to that. Which again, I just keep getting is eclipsing out anything that came before that wasn't nourishing for you. If there is a romance here, I do think there is commitment coming. I don't think it's happening yet, but I think it's coming. And I don't think that would shock you if you're in that boat. But if you're just like nurturing a skill or, again, very practical things that make you feel good, right? Uplifted in that way, you're happy to commit to that. You're happy to. It feels right in your soul. Nice. All right, let's move on to another element. All right. There's something going on with fire. Am I doing fire or am I doing air? Okay, fire, you're going last today. I don't know what's going on with you. Something's going on with you. All right. Air signs. So again, using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And if you're using the timestamps, welcome. All the decks are linked below for your convenience. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Okay, let's get on with it. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're showing me a bat very immediately. They're showing me a bat. Bat to me is a medicine of transition, of trying to like see the light through the dark tunnel, so to speak. That to me is bat energy. And making it through with flying colors is what wants to be said. Okay. Don't know who needs to hear that. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh. Okay. Ooh, with hyena at the bottom. Okay, so air signs, I want to say you're dealing with some shadowy things. Okay. And when I say that, it could be your own ego, it could be your own stuff that you're working through, or it could even just be illusionary things that you're having to navigate. That you're having to like find the light through the darkness, find the truth through the bullshit, if you will. Scorpion tells me, I'm actually feeling like you're riled up a little bit. Scorpion sometimes can speak of like things you're holding on to that you haven't really released or dealt with, which if you're dealing with your own shit here, it could speak to, hey, maybe it's time to let some of this go. But for those where you're just like trying to see the truth through illusions and bullshit and like shady behavior, I want to say you're a little riled up about it. Okay. Yeah, seeing dragonfly. Dragonfly is about shifts in your perception and what you're able to see and what you're able to believe, what you allow yourself to believe. Dragonfly is also a card that is very intuitive and to me speaks to the third eye. Again, it's like, what's the truth here? That's what's going on here, air signs. What's the truth? What's the truth of whatever the fuck I'm finding myself in? I feel like you're kind of perturbed. Feel like you're kind of annoyed. What's the bullshit and what's the truth? Even if it's about your own shit, what's the truth of even your own bullshit? But I do feel like some of you are dealing with some external things that are, I want to say, infuriating. Interesting. I'm also getting something about patterns. So if there is some of your own stuff here that you are learning about and like navigating, some of you are realizing the ill effects of some of your patterns. Okay. That's not all of you, but that's some of you, and you're seeing that. And I do want to say where there can be a sabotaging effect of those patterns. It's not for all of you. The overall energy here, what's the truth through the bullshit? Okay. Can I get a third card for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're going to make it through. And that we kind of already knew that when they said you're going to make it through with flying colors. Elephant. This is breaking down blockages and barriers and challenges. Elephant is also comes with some wisdom and maturity. The hyena is still there. So for those who don't know, hyena is my 7 of Swords card. Hyena is like what's on the dark side of the moon, what's hidden away, what is it that we're not seeing on the surface. It also can speak of people who like laugh in your face, but they got some other crazy shit going on, right? Um, don't know why I did that. Maybe you're dealing with some unstable people. But yeah, air signs. You will see the truth through the bullshit and you're going to make it through, even if it's your own bullshit. Okay? That was very clear. It's a very clear little read there. Let's get into Gemini. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I couldn't discern for a second what deck wanted to go with Gemini. All right, Gemini, you're getting the glow in the dark tarot. Any other messages or insights for Gemini? For Gemini's highest good. Oh yeah, the third group for the patron reading yesterday was like that was a doozy. And when I saw that came out for group 3, the hibiscus card, I was like, "Oh, that one's going to be interesting" because it was just so different than the first two. Anyway, coming back, Gemini. Super random, something about football. Maybe you like football, maybe your family likes football. I don't know. That was super weird. Maybe it has to do with playing games. Oh, maybe it has to do with playing games. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So Gemini, you got the 4 of Swords. So it looks like you've been trying to take some time for yourself. Some guys may have also been trying to take time to like just rest and recover and rejuvenate. Oh, 4s may be big. 4 cups at the bottom here. I feel like this is you, one, taking care of yourself, but also trying to figure out what is the truth and reality of what has been going on in your experience. Some of you are self-reflecting on your own patterns of behavior. Your own beliefs, actually, is what I just heard. Your own beliefs. But some of you may have been finding yourself in a situation that has been very lackluster and just like feeling like something is off is kind of what I'm getting. So I'm getting both of them. So hang in there with the messages here. Yeah, some of you have been finding yourself in a situation where something feels really off and you can't shake it. Like something in your spidey senses is like, something's not right here. What's going on? What's really happening? So you're taking time for yourself to one, I keep getting recharged. So again, some of you may have been busy or really tired, but you are recharging here. But in recharging, you are gonna get the truth here about something you can't shake that feels off in a situation you're in. Some of you are going to, I do want to say, get an insight or a reality check on your own patterns of behavior and how that influences the situations you find yourself in. Page of Cups, my card of innocence, emotional honesty. It's like, it's the Page of Cups to me, when we're experiencing it internally, it's like, it's our heart going like, hey, Gemini, are you ready to receive this right now? Are you ready to receive this emotion? Are you ready to receive this feeling? I want to get another card on the page. I just felt this. I did feel communication. Can I get a card on the Page of Cups? Oh my. Okay. Oh. That feels like a lot to unpack. Okay, so Gemini, I feel like what just came out, I'm really feeling that other group where you're realizing something about your own patterns of behavior here. Okay. So with the Page of Cups, we got the Lovers, the 5 of Cups, the Death card, and the 2 of Cups. I know it's a lot. It's a lot to unpack. Between the 5 and the 2, there's a 3 of Cups energy here. Those cards have been floating around a lot today, just so you know. The 5 of Cups has come out, I want to say, like at least 3 times. I could be mistaken though. With Death being there with the 5 and the 2, that's change, that's endings, that's transformation around relationships. The Lovers with the Page of Cups, I do want to say, like, it does feel like the Page of Cups is like representing this, like your heart is trying to tell you something. Your heart has a little message for you. Like your heart is like the Page of Cups talking to you, is how that feels. And I do want to say it's about decision. Oh, oopsie, wrong ones. Forget it's mirrored. Hold on. Like the Page of Cups and the Lovers, like your heart is trying to tell you like what feels right in your soul, like what is in your truest alignment here. Because Lovers is also about decisions and making really big life choices, but it's about choices that are in spiritual alignment or not. And when I say spiritual alignment, it's really just to your own essence, right? So your heart's like, and by the way, Lovers is Gemini, right? So your heart's like, Gemmy Gem, we've made some choices. We may need to make some other choices, but I'm giving you the tea, Gemini. This is your heart speaking to you. Gemini, I got some emotional tea for you about some relationship stuff. And your heart is speaking to this. 5 of Cups, Death, and the 2 of Cups. Your heart is trying to, I want to say, shed light on disappointments around relationships, what caused those disappointments, and maybe why they happened. And even the transformation it's given you, how it's changed you even as a person. But I do want to say it's just your heart is just telling you the truth of how you feel and why things happen the way that they did. And moving forward, what you can do to be in alignment with yourself when it comes to your feelings and when it comes to the people in your life. I know it's a lot to unpack, but I think that's how we got here. We're good. We're good. That's how we got here. I don't know, it wants to be said that way. Yeah, even if you're like actively dealing with people and you're like something's off, something's off, something's off, trust your intuition. Something probably is off. And your heart is telling you how to make it right or how to make these decisions around your relationships so that things are actually in the light of day and not hidden away, and how that can benefit your flow of alignment of self. Okay. So again, some of you in that it is about your own patterns of behavior, but some of you it's also about recognizing patterns of relationships that you find yourself in and how to avoid the ones that don't feel right and how to embrace the ones that do feel right. Woo, we finally got there. Okay, let's look at Elephant. A lot of cups here. A lot of cups here, Gemini. 3 of Wands. All right. Looking forward, looking ahead, optimistic for the future. Whoa, hold on. Am I taking these? No. Okay. A little bit more around the Elephant, please. And this 3 of Wands. What do we have here? Yeah, okay. So Gemini, you're able to come out of this 4 of Swords energy a little bit more clear, a little more open, a little more receptive, and also optimistic. And I want to say more free, a little more free as a result of doing this inner work with your feelings, of that Queen of Cups energy, getting into how you really feel. And again, whatever's highlighted around the specific relationships that you are in or have been in, and the patterns of behavior or the patterns of relationships, the accountability that you can have in this and even other people, and how to, moving forward, navigate it, relationships in a way that are in true alignment to self. Okay. And it's some big change here. And then it leads to the 8 of Pentacles, which tells me that you're willing to do the work that's necessary to maintain this energy in your relationships. Okay. Very interesting read. So it looks like you're going to be mostly introspective this weekend. Libra. Libra. Where are we going with Libra? Oh, we're going with unicorns for Libra. Okay. Yes, if you are here and you're liking the video, please don't forget to hit the like button. You no need to be gentle about it or elusive about it, just so other people can get access to the messages as well. All right, Libra. Just looking at Clydester. He's so cute. Libra. Any messages or insights for Libra? So Libra, before any cards come out here, I'm feeling this like these little like pulls of pleasure like coming up for you. Like, oh, I want to go do this. Oh, I want to go try that. You know what? Maybe I want to go and taste this. Like, I feel like you're having little surges of like indulgence coming through here. Let's see. Oh, Libra. We have the 6 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. I feel like you're missing someone. Someone could be missing you. Yeah, it's this feeling of like I want to engage, I want to connect, I want to interact, I want to reach out. But 5 of Cups, but there's this feeling of like I can't, or oh, that's not really available to me anymore. And it's like there's like it's missing. It feels like a missing energy. Um Again, this could be someone who feels this way about you, like they're missing you. Yeah, I'm getting like, I can't do that anymore. That's how that's coming through. I can't do that anymore. Yeah, like whatever you want to engage with, somehow you feel like you're not supposed to, or it's not available to you. I do feel like it's more of a person though, but it could be these like indulgences too that I keep getting. Anything else for Libra? We have 6 of Swords with the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands. Libra, it's making me a little sad. I mean, I think this is healthy. You're just recognizing like what you want to engage with, what you want to interact with. It's not for you anymore, or it's not available to you anymore, whether that is like a habit or a relationship. And then we have with the 6 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. It's like, I feel like you're silently just like surrendering to it and kind of like, I want to say like sucking it up. Because with this, the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Wands, it's like, I feel like you're keeping this like, this bummer. I want to say bummer to yourself. But 6 of Swords, you're just kind of, you're allowing yourself to accept it. It feels kind of quiet though. And some of you may realize if this is about like a person that you're missing, that they've moved on. Or if someone's missing you, they may realize you've moved on. Anything else for Libra? Some of you, this is about health. I can't get away from that. Some of you, this is about health and recognizing that things that you used to enjoy, some of these things are not healthy for you anymore. And you're like, you're just making peace with it, but it feels like you're really bummed out about it. Libra, any other messages or insights for Libra? Okay. Yeah. Because you know what? There's other things for you. Yeah. Because there's other things for you. 9 of Cups. So whether this is like activities or indulgences or a specific relationship, it's okay to let it go. It's okay to like recognize that's not really healthy for who I am right now. And if you allow yourself to do that, you're going to move into the 9 of Cups because you're going to realize there are other things that I can do. There are other things I can enjoy. Again, pleasure. There are other people that are for me. Those people, those things, those indulgences, they're not for you, but there are other ones that are. And the 9 of Cups is healthy. I want to make that very clear. The 9 of Cups here is healthy. Some of you, this is translating as looking for pleasure in other people, and you're finding pleasure in yourself. Yeah. Wow, the Page of Cups is coming out a lot. Yeah, I feel like you're enjoying yourself here. One more for the 9 of Cups and the Page of Cups. If someone's missing you, Libra, they may reach out, but I think when they do, if it's something that is like over, they may realize they just have to let you go. But don't be surprised if that does happen. If there's someone that you're not speaking to anymore and they're missing you. Oh yeah, you are focused on, oh Libra, you focus on you. I like it. Underneath the 9 of Cups and the Page of Cups, We have the 10 of Cups, the Hermit, and the 9 of Pentacles. Look at those nines. Look at that. Look at you. This is you enjoying other things that I want to say actually give you more back than what these other things were. Oh god, that came out weird. So for example, over here, what you like want to engage in, what you want to interact with, or who you want to interact with. I keep getting pleasure or relationships is what I'm getting here. Or even activities. You were only able to get the 6. That's all you could really gain from it was the 6. Over here, you're at the 9 of Pentacles, you're at the 9 of Cups, you're at the 10 of Cups, and I do wanna say it's like you're finding healthier, more beneficial ways to enjoy pleasure, to experience pleasure, to enjoy just your own solo time even. For some of you, it could even be other people that are more nourishing to your soul than this person or these people are. So I think you understand what I'm getting at here. You're gaining access to more sustainable, healthy, grounded sources of pleasure and fun and relationships. And you are allowing yourself to say goodbye to what doesn't meet that, right? What doesn't meet that? What doesn't nourish you nearly as much? And again, if this is about a relationship, it means saying goodbye to somebody or just allowing the door to really close. And if there's vice versa, someone could be missing you, but it's like there's more beneficial relationships for both of you. Okay. Very nice. I kind of like how that ended. All right. Aquarius. Let's see. You can also maybe volunteer, maybe at a shelter hospital for people, for animals. Volunteering can be really rewarding. Aquarius, let's do Rider Waite for you. And then we'll get into fire. Aquarius. Any messages or insights for Aquarius, please? What's going on for Aquarius? Any messages or insights for Aquarius, please? They are giving me shooting star references, so take that as you will. Yeah, it's giving me like there's something really like I don't want to say rare, but kind of like a rare opportunity, a blue like once in a blue moon kind of experience that's available to you. Aquarius. Oh, you're the only one to get High Priestess so far, and we've done most of the signs. We only got 3 more after this. You're the only one to get High Priestess. So Aqua, you're in this High Priestess mode here. Highly intuitive, also not very communicative. Okay, the High Priestess doesn't talk a lot verbally, maybe telepathically, but not verbally. The shooting star energy. I feel like you're in your own bubble here, and I feel like you are becoming aware, I want to say, of a rare opportunity or a rare window or chance for yourself. Some of you guys are doing some soul retrieval work there. Anything else for Aquarius? Interesting. Scorpio had this too. So you may have something going on with Scorpio with the Knight of Swords. I don't know if anyone else had the Knight of Swords. It's giving me the same weird vibe I got in the Scorpio reading. Oh, the Grand Fixed Cross. Duh. I'm like, what is going on here? It's like, oh, that's that weird ass energy. It's that same feeling from Scorpio reading where like Scorpio is seeing this like lightning strikes around Scorpio, and Scorpio was just like, I will not be moved by all this lightning around me. It's like, it's giving me that vibe a little bit here, Aqua, where like you're in the High Priestess mode and this Knight of Swords energy, it's happening, it's coming. I don't know if you're like Scorpio, like I don't know if you're allowing that to fully translate or fully receive this Knight of Swords energy. Knight of Swords can be somebody who's trying to talk to you, but also in a general reading like this, it can represent like incoming truth. It can even represent like an aspect of you trying to talk to you, or even spirit trying to talk to you. And you are the High Priestess, so I feel like you would hear that If it was spirit or an aspect of self, right, like your higher self, intuition, etc., you would hear it. You would receive it. Even begrudgingly so, there's no way you wouldn't. But if it's someone else, if it's a physical person, I feel like you're not open, like you're not receptive to that. I would watch the Scorpio reading. There's something with you and Scorpio, which again, the grand fixed cross, there probably absolutely is something there. Oh, well, and Pluto being an Aquarius, Pluto rules Scorpio, and it's an Aquarius. Part of that grand fixed cross is also square Lilith in Scorpio and how Maya in Scorpio. Just kind of giving you the full rundown here. Interesting. Can I get a card for the Nine of Swords for Aquarius? Okay. So, whether this is someone or this is some sort of truth trying to penetrate your consciousness, the nature of the truth or the message or the communication is about moving on. Again, very similar to Scorpio, and Scorpio was like, not having it. Can I get a card for the High Priestess? This is really interesting. So, almost called you Scorpio. So, Aquarius, clarifying the High Priestess mode that you are in right now. Look at what we got going on here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Hangman, and Temperance. It's giving me, where's my opportunity? That's what it's giving me. Like you're sitting, yeah, this is totally similar to Scorpio. Because I remember for the water reading, there was like this whole like sensing, feeling things out, trying to read which way the wind is blowing. I feel like you're doing that too. So there you are in the High Priestess mode, and what you are trying to feel out or intuit or what you're contemplating is this Ace of Pentacles. In relation to the Six, which is like, where's my pentacle? Where's my help even? Because the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles together, there's a Five of Pentacles energy there of struggle, of loss, or things feeling really crunchy, things feeling like they're not working out so well, right? And then we have the Hanged Man feeling kind of stuck, feeling like you're in between a rock and a hard place. But Temperance, divine assistance, divine intervention, Sagittarius, patience, resolution. This is what you're waiting on. It's like you are in the High Priestess mode and you are waiting for help. You're waiting for some sort of solution. You're waiting for support. Some of you are actively speaking to spirit and asking for spirit's help and spirit's support. Now, what's interesting here is that the Knight of Swords energy, that is either coming through your own consciousness, like this is the intuitive messages from spirit that are coming through you as the High Priestess, or it's someone around you. The answer, the solution is movement, is you actually allowing yourself to move on from something and to let go and to move towards something, to make some moves. So you're sitting here anticipating / asking for and trying to figure out a very practical solution to something that you're going through where you feel kind of stuck and where you feel like you're in between a rock and a hard place. And the actual solution from spirit or even a person, I feel like some of you, there's a person that spirit's trying to like allow, like trying to get you to be open and receptive to, but you may not be open and receptive to them. And it's basically like, it's not about waiting. It's about moving. It's about getting going, is what that is. It's also about letting go of certain expectations, Aqua, is what's coming through here too. Like let go of certain emotional attachments and investments you have that are putting you in this place of like, just give me the help, just give me the answer. Because maybe what you're waiting around for isn't really meant to stay anymore. Maybe what you want a solution to or a fix, a solution that keeps coming through. Maybe you're meant for something different. Maybe there are other things that is trying to like come up in your life. Yeah, some of you are closed off to a person that I want to say spirit has actually been trying to guide into your life. Anything else for Aquarius? Ooh. Okay. Seven of Wands, Mars, Leo, 333, by the way, people in here when I pulled that. Why is the Seven of Wands here for Aquarius? And there's that 5. Ooh, with another 5 at the bottom. There's that 5 of Pentacles. You're trying to fight the 5 of Pentacles. You're trying to resist. You're trying to you're trying to fight it. And I do want to kind of come back to what I was speaking of in the chat, where it's like, if something isn't working, it's totally normal to want to fix it. It's totally normal to want to fight what's going wrong. But what spirit is trying to tell you, and for some of you, a person in your life is trying to tell you, is it's time to pivot. Like, to not fight it head on, but it's time to pivot. It's time to refocus on other things, or it's time to maybe shelve this for right now if you can and focus on something else, because focusing on something else may get you to see that the solution is literally like making moves in another direction. Can I get another card, please, for the 7 of Wands and the 5 of Pentacles? Interesting. 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. I keep getting be open to people at this time. Especially with the Knight of Swords being here and the 8 of Cups. It's like, I think people will offer a unique perspective for you. And I think people can also offer some sort of support, even if it's just emotional or practical. But if there's a specific person you've been closed off to and they've been trying to tell you something, Spirit's like, open yourself up a little bit to this person, because what they have to say is helpful. Yeah, because what they have to say is helpful. And for some of you, that person is your opportunity. Like, we see the 5 of Pentacles with the 2 of Pentacles. There's a 3 of Pentacles energy there. 3 of Pentacles is friends, is networking, is making plans. So instead of like fighting the crunchiness here and just trying to fix what's in front of you, allow yourself to be open to what you haven't been open to. Pivot and allow people to kind of come into your sphere a little closer. Excuse me. Whoa. Dare I say, allow people to support you, allow people to help you. Interesting. Yeah, and again, we got the other 5 down here. Yeah, it's just, I think on the surface you look okay, but I think you've got a lot going on here, Aqua, that's upsetting. So yeah, that's the advice that's coming through for Aqua. All right. Fire. That was a doozy. Did we do Aqua? Christine, we just finished Aqua. Okay. 225. Oh, Aquas are going to be intense for a while. Pluto is no joke. Speaking as a Cappy Stallion, I am so happy Pluto is out of Capricorn. Oh, so happy Pluto is out of Capricorn. Thank you. Okay. Fire. Very interesting. You guys are going last. You guys are almost never last. Aries, Leo, Sag. The Cappy rising was sick of it. Yeah, I feel you. Okay, fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. What's going on for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. No one's gotten this. Octopus. So fire signs, as we were, doing these readings, and I had to switch to like the next element, and I'd feel you here and there. And something was definitely going on with you. I couldn't put my finger on it. It almost felt like upset and maybe even frustrated. But Octopus is my devil card. It's not always innately bad. It can speak to intelligence. It can even speak to kindness. But Octopus sometimes is like, even through the best of intentions, sometimes we cause harm, right? It can be codependency. It can be restriction. It's like too much of a good thing even. So interesting that that's here. Anything else for my fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay. By the way, a vulture, death magic at the bottom. With Octopus, And now we have dolphin. I'm liking where this is going because there's something about this that feels like I'm getting almost like with the ocean, right? Like the depths and then the surface of the water. A little bit like coming up for air, um, like the sunlight coming out again. It's giving me that vibe where it's like things that have been really heavy or weighing you down, there is some lightness coming in. There's some alleviation that's happening for you. There's for some of you play and fun happening for you. Things are getting easier. Things are looking up. The sun is coming out again. That's like what I want to say. But yeah, some of you there's healing that's happening here. Thank you. As long as you are distinguishing. Again, this is also part of the collective energy. Distinguishing what makes you feel like this and what makes you feel like this. What makes you feel like you're getting dragged down to the bottom of the ocean with an anchor and a weight at your ankles, and what's making you feel so light you can fly out of the water and play with other dolphins in the sunlight. What makes you feel like this? Stay the fuck away from it. What makes you feel like this? Embrace it. Some of you, I am getting like friendships or relationships that are bringing more light and airiness and play into your life and inspiration into your life. And that feels really good. But yeah, with vulture showing up at the bottom like this, there is a little bit of cleaning house that's happening in relation to this octopus energy. Oh, a lot just came up. So in relation to relationships, excuse me, the words are getting funky here. We've been channeling for a couple hours now. When it comes to relationships, some of you are recognizing codependent patterns, codependent people. Some of you, these people are recognizing it themselves and they are changing themselves. Okay. So some of you may see a shift in your relationships from being kind of unhealthy and like overly attached to there's a lot more freedom. Some of you are also in seeing this wanting to meet new people where that make you feel very free to be who you are. Thank you. Where there's not so much expectation or latching or mooching either. Some of you have people I want to say that have been riding your coattails. That feels work related. Could even be friends or family. Yeah, family feels really big there. That have been riding your coattails. No longer, no more. No longer, no more. Oh, fire signs. I'm getting Leo with this and a little bit of Aries. I don't think Sag, you're in this boat of what I'm about to say, but some of you are recognizing how much healthier someone is without you. I know. Sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow. Um, but I think you're actually looking at them with love. I do think you're actually looking at them with pride and like you are happy for them. And in turn, you may also be reflecting on some of your own patterns of behavior. Some of you are just not even taking it personal. Some of you are just happy to see this person healthy and happy. That's really sweet. That's really nice. Okay, let's get a third card here for my fire signs. And keep in mind, this could all be reversed when we're talking about relationships. Oh, it is a new day for my fire signs. Wow. Wow. Look at that. It's also reminding me of Mars, right? So part of the grand fixed cross, Mars has moved into from Cancer to Leo. And it's interesting because it's like you're coming up for air almost for some of you, back into the sun, back into the light, my fire signs. Yeah, that's very indicative of that Mars transit for my fire signs. Anyway, we have the lamb with the cosmic egg. That's really sweet. The cosmic egg is the crown chakra. So you could have a lot of crown stuff going on, but the cosmic egg comes out when we are reaching this like pivotal moment or climactic moment of growth, of maturity, of evolution. And the lamb coming back out again, this very like innocent, pure, baby-esque energy. I'm not saying you're a baby. I'm saying that there is something about the energy you're moving into that feels rejuvenating, that feels renewed, that's making you feel brand new. I love this. I mean, look at the transition. Look at the transition. It's like you're going from like the bottom of the ocean to breaking through the ocean surface and up into the sky in the heavens. Like that's kind of the trajectory I'm getting here, not to be grandiose about it, but just to really hit home that it really is a new day for my fire signs. And some of you are witnessing someone else having this new day. And again, I keep getting this theme too around relationships that facilitate a lot of freedom, a lot of personal freedom, and a lot of play and enjoyment and just kind of frolicking versus ones that drag you down, weigh you down, use you, drain you. Okay. All right. I just got something else too. In reflection of relationships, take it as it resonates because it could be someone that feels this way about you. or people that feel this way about you. Relationships where there's been separation, obviously when that happens, there's some feelings that happen there, regardless of whatever, romantic, friends, or family or otherwise. But there is this recognition of what a gift some of this separation has been for some of you, that if this separation didn't happen, you wouldn't have flourished, or they wouldn't have flourished, or both of you. And there is this moment of recognition of that and gratitude. Okay. Yeah, this feels like breaking codependent relationships for a lot of you here, which is very Cancer. Again, Mars Cancer reference. Okay, let's get into Aries. We're going with Rider Waite for Aries. Aries, any messages or insights for Aries, please? All right. Runaway cards. Aries. Any messages or insights for Aries? Aries. 10 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. That's nice. This is feeling really, I want to say proud. There's a lot of pride going on for my fire signs. You're feeling really victorious when it comes to your domestic life, I want to say. You're feeling like you're on cloud 9. You feel like you're winning at life. It's a beautiful energy to be in. You're just feeling really happy. But I feel like you're also gaining a lot of attention too in the midst of this. Wow. Oh, Aries, you may have the best reading out of everybody right now. So 9 of Pentacles at the bottom too, confident, feeling good within yourself. Some of you guys are feeling extra glowy. Maybe you guys have a glow up recently. 10 of Cups, 6 of Wands, and 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, you feel like you're winning at life. What else can I say? You're winning in the emotional realm with your loved ones and your family. You're winning at work and with your pentacles. It's dandy. It's very dandy. Anything else for Aries? Some of you feel like things are finally coming into alignment on all levels of your life. Again, it's giving me glow up vibes for some of you. Oh my God. It's interesting what I just heard. 9 of Cups. So the 9s are big. The 10s and 9s are big. We still have 9 of Pentacles at the bottom. 9 of Cups, the 2 of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. Between the 8 and the 2, there's a 6 of Swords energy here. You're allowing yourself to be happy. That's what it is. Aries, you are learning to just allow yourself to be happy. That 6 of Swords energy that's lurking between the 2 and the 8, that's acceptance. It's acceptance. It's also allowing yourself to shift your perspective to a more peaceful perspective, to more peaceful beliefs. You're not allowing the little things to bother you anymore. This is giving me limited beliefs, or getting caught up in fears. I'm also getting the coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I should be doing it like this, or I should be doing that, or should. And instead of doing that, you're like, wait a minute, I got a lot of great things going on. You're just letting yourself see that. You're letting yourself see that you have a lot going for yourself, and you have a lot going on in your life that feels really good. You have a lot to be grateful for. And just allowing yourself to have that shift in your beliefs and your perspective, you're just enjoying your life and what you have. Right? If we're always in that mode of oh, I should this and I should that, or again, just being very narrow-minded, or being very fear-based, right? We can't see the good that's right in front of us that we have available to us, and you're just letting yourself see that. And I love it. That's nice. Okay. Good for you, Aries. All right, Leo. Okay. Leo, you're getting the unicorns today. This Aries reading is not for me. Maybe it will be. Maybe you just haven't moved into it yet. Just saying. All right, Leo. Any messages or insights for Leo? It's quick. Didn't even have a chance to even fill you out. Judgment. Pluto, fire. Judgment is about an awakening of truth or an awakening or a rising of energy. Sometimes it's my spirits trying to get your attention card. Sometimes it also speaks of karmic energies or situations, but it's an awareness. It's definitely a card of awareness here. To recognize something. To recognize. What is it you're being asked to recognize? Leo, any other messages or insights for Leo? Yeah, spirit's just trying to raise your awareness to something is what this feels like. Oh my. Lovers. As we've been discussing today, Lovers is a card of choices, alignment, sometimes spiritually guided relationships. So, Leos, it feels like spirit, the cosmic forces that be, are just trying to get you to recognize what is in your best alignment, to put it very plainly. That could be a lot of things, you know how this is translating for you. I do get though, for some of you, there's a relationship here that spirit wants you to evaluate. Just to observe and look at and contemplate. You'll know what relationship that is if that applies to you. Anything else for Leo? Anything else for Leo? Any other messages or insights for Leo, please? Oh, that's too many. Leo, it's weird. As I'm like in your energy, I'm feeling a whole lot of other energies that don't feel like you. It's interesting. It's reminding me of the octopus. I'm feeling a lot of energy that I can tell is not yours. So again, this call to, hey, Leo, be aware of what's actually for you. Be aware of like where you're making your choices from, the energy, the intention you're making your choices from at this time, including who you decide to be around. Because I am getting a little bit of like you could benefit from a little bit of house cleaning energetically and of relationships. Yeah. Like I'm almost like, Leo, where are you? I'm sussing through and I'm like, where are you? I know you're in there. Any other messages or insights for Leo? Are you distracting yourself? We have 8 of Pentacles. Some of you, you're being called to be aware of the choices you're making around work and where you've been devoting and committing your energy to. I feel compelled to pull this card up again from the collective, the Knighthood. Yeah, this is about where you're investing your energy. And spirit's like, pay attention to how you're investing your energy. Are you aware of how you're investing your energy? Are you aware that like some of this may not actually be in alignment with you? Why are you doing what you're doing? That's coming through too. Why are you doing what you're doing? Tell me about the 8 of Pentacles for Leo. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. The 8 and the 3, there's a 5. This is like, God, these cards have been coming out for everybody. There's a 5 of Pentacles energy here. I got to be honest, Leo, I feel a little bit of control. I feel like you're trying to control a 5 of Pentacles feeling or experience. So some of you guys, there could be some financial stuff that you're dealing with. Some of you guys are also just dealing with this feeling of lack or this feeling of scarcity, but I feel like you're trying to control it. I feel like you're trying to almost like micromanage it. Like, I just need to fix it. I just need to fix it. I just need to do. I just need to do. I just need to do. And spirit's like, do you know why you're doing that? Do you know why you're trying to control that? Even the word manipulate's coming up. Do you know why you're trying to manipulate that? But I'm getting it's a feeling. It's an emotion. Yeah, Leos, I feel like we're hitting on a pattern of control and where that really comes from. Tell me about the 8 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles for Leo. Which control is also codependency in a way. Tell me about 8 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles for Leo. Yeah. There it is. Yeah. 3 of Swords. You're engaging in this pattern of like, I just need to fix it. I just need to do. I just need. Some of you, it's to fill a void where there's some painful things here. And I want to say it's this feeling of like separation. It's this feeling of dissonance. It's this feeling of like, it's not enough. It's this feeling of emptiness. It's this feeling of like, I am not okay or this is not okay. So I just got to keep doing. I just got to keep doing. I just got to keep like filling the void or just putting energy towards this. It's like some of you, it's distracting, but it's like Spirit's like, Leo, slow down and stop and evaluate. Why are you really doing that? Can I get a card for Judgment for Leo? Can I get a card for Judgment for Leo? Some of you, it's just about being busy. You just make yourself busy. But again, that feels like distraction, right? On Judgment, we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is Pisces. Knight of Cups is about making moves with an open, receptive heart, compassionate, loving, intuitive. Why is the Knight of Cups here with Judgment? I feel like it's just to get you to pay attention to your heart space. Why is the Knight of Cups here with Judgment? Yeah, thank you. Spirit's trying to get you to operate in the Knight of Cups energy. Because when we operate in that energy, when we're like moving forward, navigating our life, operating in a way where our hearts are first, where we are chest forward, which is also very Leo in a way. But we're actually in our hearts and we're letting our hearts do the walking and talking. We're very aware, we're very intentional about what we're doing. It's in alignment with how we feel. It's in alignment with our souls, with our heart spaces. Instead of this, like this feels like programming. This feels like coping mechanism. This feels like I operate this way because I have, and it's just like you don't even know why you do it. It's like it's kind of like well, it's kind of like being asleep, right? It's kind of like being asleep. It's kind of like familiar zombie mode. Like I do this just because I've always done this, or it's just what I do. It's the familiar, it's the go-to, and Spirit's like, hey, let's be more aware, let's be more intentional, and let's get in our hearts and actually operate from that space. And then you're going to see why you do this. If there's relationship stuff involved in this for you, Leo, it's the same thing. It's like if there's a relationship here, I do want to say there's like some sort of separation. It doesn't matter the nature. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, doesn't have to be a lover. But it is about coming back to the heart space in relationship to this person or in relation to this person. I keep doing that today. What is it you really feel for them? How do you really feel about them? How do you really feel about the relationship? Even if there is a separation. And if you acknowledge that, make the choices you need to make about this relationship that's in alignment with how you really feel. And for some of you, that may be forgiveness, that may be mending, that may be letting it go. But I do see that for people dealing with relationships. Very interesting, Leo. All right, last but not least, Saggy. Okay. Whew, Sagittarius. Actually, let me get a sip of water. And then we'll continue. Okay. Sagittarius. Any messages or insights for Sagittarius? Oh, hi, Bubby. I was like, I thought I heard a meow. Hi. I know, I'm almost done. All right. Sagittarius. Any messages or insights for Sagittarius, please? Two of Cups flying out for everybody today. So 2 of Cups. Okay. So we got some relationships on the brain. Ooh, Emperor on the bottom. I didn't even have a chance to like really tune into you just yet. Um, hmm. You could be feeling your independent streak coming up here. Getting a little bit of that. Maybe you're wanting some space at this time. Um, maybe you're yeah, I'm getting a little bit of that. Like I feel a little bit of that independence wanting to come up and be acknowledged here. Any messages or insights for Sag? Mm. Acknowledging feelings again. Two of Cups, Judgment, and the Page of Cups. Okay. Sag, Spirit's trying to get you to be aware of your emotional needs. That's how this is feeling to me. Page of Cups, again, we've been talking about Page of Cups a lot today. Page of Cups is innocence. It's this like emotional, it's a raw form of our emotional truth. Sometimes it's our own hearts trying to tell us something. And with Judgment being here, there is this like, hey, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. I want to say pay attention to your emotional needs when it comes to relationships. And I was getting that independent energy as well. Hold on. Puppy. I know. Some of you, there's also a need to pay attention to communication, like how one communicates. Like if someone is communicating from the heart or not, even if it's yourself, like, are you communicating honestly? Are you communicating from the heart? Yeah, there's a lot of like, pay attention to your emotional needs and how you're communicating that. Okay. God, another card that's coming out for everybody. Eight of Pentacles. All right, why is Eight of Pentacles here for my Saggies? Wow. Okay. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. That feels very busy. That feels very, very, very busy. Okay. Sag, I feel like I do feel this drive and motivation from you to build, to expand and build and fortify your life. I know that's a biggie, but that's what I'm getting with the 8 to the 10. It's like I'm getting fortification, but it feels so busy. Um to the point where I'm like, are you taking care of your emotional needs? Oh, excuse me. I know, buddy. I'm sorry. I wasn't looking at you. I was trying not to burp into the microphone. um, yeah. Mm. So, Sag, as motivated and driven as you are, and maybe this is very fulfilling for you to focus on this, however, you're fortifying or expanding your life. And when I say that, this could be financial, this could be work. Like maybe you're trying to like get promoted or find a new job. Maybe you're trying to earn extra money. Maybe you're trying to like stabilize. I just keep getting like stabilizing and fortifying um, the foundation on which your life operates. Some of you, it's about like bringing more of your personal vision into your life and like making something a reality. That's great. But with so much emphasis on how do you really feel, I just like be aware that, maybe there is some emotional needs or even some fun, dare I say, that could be beneficial for you. If you're in a relationship, because you did get the 2 cups, if you're in a relationship, you may be doing this for the sake of the relationship. Um, just just make sure you're paying attention to that page. And get a couple more. Couple more for Sag. Oh, and there's the Independence. I was like, I was feeling it. And there it is. High Priestess, also a very independent energy. And then the 8 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, literally the card of independence. Okay. And standing on one's own energy for oneself, being self-focused on you and how to take care of yourself. So again, just make sure you're paying attention to your emotional needs because this coming out is saying that deep down, you are feeling that um you're feeling that undeniable feeling of I need to be a little focused on myself. I need to kind of be in my own energy a little bit. But the Eight of Cups is also about the moves that we make or the detaching that we do for the sake of the Nine of Pentacles, right? So again, it's like I feel like lightening your load a little bit and making sure that you're taking care of your emotional needs. Hi, buddy. Is going to make you feel better. And I want to say more stable and just like things are going to be more sustainable for you. So I hope that makes sense. Sorry, Clyde's distracting me quite a bit. Buddy. Oh, now he's pouting. Now he's pouting. So because I feel like I didn't articulate that properly, so I want to try like one more time to articulate this properly. With all of like the fortifying you're doing here, right? And again, even in relationship to other people, spirit's like, hey, pay attention to how you're really feeling, right? High priestess being here, this is like your secret feelings. This is like what you're really feeling when you're in your own energy, when you're in your own bubble. And what you're feeling is that Eight of Cups to the Nine of Pentacles. You're feeling this need to like to create some space. And I do want to say emotional space, even just energetic, so that you can feel better in your own energy or that you can even focus on more independence or just like doing things for yourself on your own because we all need that. And it does feel like it's for your mental health more than anything. Um like what's going on? I'm not on TikTok. So if you ever see my face on TikTok, it ain't me. Okay. I don't think anyone's even tried that, but no, I am not on TikTok. I tried once upon a time and I was like, I don't know. TikTok is just not for me. It's just not my vibe. I tried it when it first came out and like that was when they only had like the really short videos and it was just way too much for my nervous system. And plus it was a whole other thing to manage. So yeah, I'm not on TikTok. Um Wait, they better not try to start. And if anyone who watches me knows me, I would not be on TikTok. So I think people would know pretty quickly. Anyway, so that's it for you, Sag. And those are all the reads. So I hope you guys really enjoyed these readings today. I definitely did. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And just a little quick reminder, we already did the New Moon Hangout on Patreon. I may or may not do an astrology new moon for YouTube. It just depends on the bandwidth between, well, actually just today, because if I do it today, it's going to go on Patreon and then it'll go on YouTube tomorrow. There is a channel message I did last night that you will see come through on YouTube. And also I'm also posting the Red Path channeling as a separate video. Because that one felt really big. That felt like an important message to get out there. And it just like it needs to kind of stand on its own. So you'll see that come out the same time along with the channeled message. I know, so much. Also, just a reminder, I am open for sessions. I'm open for personal readings. So just check out the website if that's something that you're interested in. Uh, Mammus, thank you for the $5. This reading was so on point for me throughout. I just wanted to show my love. Thank you. That's why I asked about TikTok. No, I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. A lot of people have wanted me to be on there, and I'm sure that it like, I don't know, would have done something like for me, but I just made an executive decision to not spread myself even thinner. So that's why I'm not on there. But yeah, have an amazing day. Again, Aloha Friday. Enjoy your Friday evening. Enjoy the weekend. And I will see y'all Monday if you don't see me sooner through the videos that I post. Okay. Bye, guys. Take care.